Live from University Park, this is Nittany Talk. I'm your host, Emily Koza, and tonight we bring you an artistic interview with Com Radio Sports Director Josh Bartosik. Take you to game day weekend to find out what Penn State students like to eat at tailgates, send it over to Live and Rhett with this week's issue of Weekday Update, and finally, watch a fun poker game where the players are off-campus apartments at Penn State. But before we get started, let's head over to Jacob Novik for a special musical performance.
I know she said it's alright. You can make it up next time. I know she said it's not right. There ain't no use in lying. Maybe she thinks she knows something. Maybe she thinks it's fine. Maybe she thinks she knows something I don't know. I'm so tired of trying. It seems to me that maybe pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, I just let it go. Oftentimes we're lazy, seems to stand in my way. Cause no one likes to be let down. I know she likes the sunrise, no longer sees it with her sleeping eyes. And I know that when she said she's gonna try, well, it might not work because of other ties. And I know she usually has some other ties, and I wouldn't wanna break them, but maybe she'll help me to untie this. But until then, well, I'm gonna have to lie to. Seems to me that maybe pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. Oftentimes we're lazy, seems to stand in my way. Cause no one likes to be let down. Seems to me that baby, it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. The harder you try, baby, the further you'll fall. Even with all the money in the whole wide world. Now please don't pass me. Please don't pass me. Please don't pass me by. Everything you know about me, baby, it's gonna have to change. You're gonna have to call me by a brand new name. Now please don't drag me. Please don't drag me. Please don't drag me down. Just like a tree down by the water, baby, I shall not move. Even after all those silly things you do. Now please don't drive me. Please don't drive me. Please don't drive me down.
Belisario's very own broadcast journalism major and the sports director of Com Radio, Josh Bartosik. Now, I'm going to preface this interview by saying there's a reason I'm a broadcast journalism major. However, we will be attempting to draw each other while I ask you some questions with the big reveal at the end. Without further ado, let's get started. So Josh, tell us a little bit about being a broadcast journalism major at Penn State and what you hope to do once you graduate.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of fun these last almost 3.5 years doing broadcast journalism, whether it be, broadcasting sporting events or writing articles or doing whatever it is that I do. I mean, spent a lot of time being a men's hockey insider for Com Radio, which has been a ton of fun. Gone to Ohio, hopefully going to Chicago to cover the outdoor game later this year. I've been to Northwestern for football and stuff like that. But it's been a ton of fun. I've enjoyed every single moment being here and doing broadcast journalism. And hopefully the goal is after this year, be able to go into the workforce, hopefully doing broadcasting, or if not, doing writing somewhere around the area.
So you're the sports director for Com Radio. For those who don't know what Com Radio is, could you tell us a little bit about what Com Radio is, but also what it does?
Yeah, so Com Radio is a student-run radio station that we have here at Penn State. We have a lot of departments: sports, arts, news are the big ones. The sports department, we have a ton of members. We broadcast 17 Division I sports here at Penn State: football, men's and women's basketball, men's and women's hockey, all the major D1 sports. We just added field hockey this year. And we really just have done a lot over the last few years. We kind of started about 10 or so years ago and just continued to build our brand. Just got over a couple thousand followers on Instagram, and Twitter has been doing a really good job as well. In my role specifically as a sports director, I help run our entire sports department. So I help pitch ideas at the content meetings we have on Mondays. I help make some schedules with deciding who's going to be on what schedule for broadcasting and producing or doing beat writes. I help pick some of the insiders as well. And all in all, I make sure that our sports department does a really nice job in both the content they're producing and the broadcasting they're doing as well. So we try to make sure that they are getting as much feedback as possible so that they can be the best broadcast journalists that they can be.
So how do you think that your involvement in Com Radio will help differentiate you from other candidates when applying to jobs and internships? Like, have you had any cool experiences that would stand out on a resume?
Yeah, I would say that, wow, this is really difficult to do this and talk at the same time. I would say that absolutely Com Radio would hopefully give me an advantage when it comes down to it in the brewer because of the amount of experience we get. I mean, I came to this campus as a freshman, and within the first 3 weeks, I was doing broadcasting. I was writing articles, doing podcasts, doing live shows. I mean, it's the way that we do things here at Penn State and Com Radio. I mean, it's so hands-on, and that's really all you can ask for when you're getting into this sort of work. Is you want the more experience you get, the better you're going to be at it. And getting hands-on experience right away was great. And yeah, some of the experiences, I mean, going to different college campuses to call games, went to Ohio State to call hockey, called basketball there, flew to Northwestern this past season for football, going to Minnesota and Wisconsin for football this year as well, along with traveling for hockey, hopefully. I mean, there's been so many cool experiences. Went to Michigan as well for baseball that, I mean, I just have to thank the entire College of Communications and Penn State as a whole, and specifically Com Radio, for allowing me to do the stuff that I have done. And I do think that it will hopefully, with the amount of things I have on my resume, hopefully it'll put me ahead of somebody else. But I don't want to toot my own horn too much.
Of course, that's understandable. So a lot of people coming to Penn State want to go into sports broadcast. What advice would you give to incoming freshmen wanting to pursue that career?
I would say hit the ground running. I mean, look, this is a very difficult kind of major and kind of job area to be in. I mean, there's so many people that are trying to do the exact same thing as you. But if you hit the ground running, you put your best foot forward, which is what me and a lot of other people that are on our management staff at Com Radio did. I mean, you're going to get so many opportunities to prove your worth and have fun. And also don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. I mean, look, I was someone that came into college with maybe like a very simple-minded mindset going in about, oh, well, I want to do, this one sport or do this, but did a bunch of other sports. I called gymnastics, I called women's lacrosse, which are things that if you asked me 2 years ago, I never thought that I would ever do before in my life. And so you have to be able to hit the ground running. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Make sure that you're not just a one-trick pony. You got to be able to make sure you're doing multiple things in college, whether it be, being behind the scenes or doing writing and doing broadcasting. Just, expand your horizons a little bit, branch out, and just try everything you can. And then hopefully you find something that sticks or multiple things that stick. And then you know exactly what you want to do later down the road.
Bouncing back to Com Radio, how can students get involved with Com Radio?
So we had interest meetings earlier in the semester. We will have more in the spring semester, but it's really simple. I mean, we will be at the involvement fairs that we have every semester here at the Belisario College, and you can easily just go to that interest meeting, talk to one of us. We have about 25 people on our management staff. At least 5 or 6 of us will be there pretty much throughout the entire day. We'll talk to everybody that comes up. We'll give them a rundown of what goes on. They can join our group me and start signing up for stuff and going through our basic training. And within 2 or 3 weeks, you're able to hit the ground running. Our recent new member class is just now finally getting settled in. They've already started to write some articles. They're doing podcasts and talk shows this week. And we're really excited about what they're going to bring to the club this semester, because there's a lot of people that have come in with a lot of really, really good ideas so far. And we're just really excited for what they can bring to the table.
So lastly, kind of switching gears, being a North Carolina native, what made you want to come all the way here to Penn State?
You pulled out the hometown card. Yeah,
Oh.
So being in North Carolina, I was someone that always liked colder weather because it was very humid down in, the South. I mean, North Carolina's not really that South, but I wanted to go somewhere up north. I wanted to go somewhere with a little bit cooler weather. And when I was looking at colleges, I mean, Penn State is still is one of the best journalism programs and communications programs in the nation. I don't know what it was about Penn State, but I was just immediately drawn to it. And I'm a guy that has always been very big in terms of hockey. And this is a school that has Division I hockey on both the men's and women's side, which really helped make my decision. I went and I visited the campus on an unofficial tour during COVID. So I just kind of snuck around from each place, and I immediately fell in love with the campus. And I knew that I wanted to come here. My mom and dad weren't necessarily happy with the decision because I think they would have liked me to be maybe a little bit closer to home. But all in all, I think they ended up supporting my decision. I know I made the right choice coming to Penn State.
Okay, so finishing up, we're going to do some quick rapid fire questions. So what's your favorite place downtown to eat with your friends?
Downtown to eat? It used to be Solid Boys. It used to be Snap Pizza. Now it's Solid Boys. I found it when I moved to my new apartment last year. It's got some of the best burgers on campus.
All right, and what is your favorite sport to comment on?
Favorite sport to comment on? I kind of alluded to it earlier. Definitely hockey is my big one. Hockey is hopefully the dream. Hockey number 1, and then football probably number 2.
And then finally, the last question is Halloween is approaching. So do you have a favorite scary or Halloween-themed movie?
Well, it depends on who you ask. I personally think that La La Land is a horror movie, but
I'll take it.
We'll go with that one. Otherwise, I guess I'd say It, only because I really, really hate clowns, and so that movie terrified me for about 2 weeks straight.
Okay, so I think that we are ready for the big reveal. You kind of look like a monster, but
well, it is the Halloween season.
Ta-da! So, next up, we're heading downtown to see what Penn State students like to eat at their tailgates. Take a look.
I'm Jake Santora.
And I'm Joy Donald.
And we're right outside Beaver Stadium.
And we're just going to ask people what their favorite tailgate foods are.
What's your favorite food?
G6.
Great answer.
Okay, guys, so we're here at a pop-up sampling for Marshawn. What are we eating here?
Well, I got buffalo spicy ramen with me. What do you got?
I got, what did I say this was? This the regular. We have some bacon bits in here. I see a little crouton. You have a little. Sorry.
We're gonna give it a try.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool answer.
Oh, cheers. That's very good.
So good. So good. Have a bite. Have a bite.
A few moments later.
It's spicy.
Hi, who are we here with?
Hi, I'm Will. What's up, guys? Welcome to my tailgate.
Okay, Will, so what is your favorite tailgate food?
Probably the cheesesteaks that I make. For the earlier games, I like to do a little breakfast. Keeps the menu fresh. That should be good.
Ooh, look at that sizzle, guys. If you guys can hear that and smell that, I know you can smell it through the screen. This is amazing. That goldenness, wow. Look at that glorious.
So excited.
Melty, amazing. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite tailgate food?
Cheeseburger. Anything that Will makes. Roll egg and cheese. Will's egg and cheese.
Hot dog. What's up, egg and cheese? Hot dogs. Anything will mix.
I appreciate it.
Favorite tailgate food?
Turkeys.
You want to see what I brought?
Cheesesteak.
Bacon.
I mean, you've heard the reviews. I make a good cheesesteak, guys.
Got anything to say? Game day. All right, everyone. I am here with
Penn State cheerleaders.
All right, guys. Can you go down the list and name me your favorite tailgate foods?
Okay, so my favorite tailgate food is the lobster, chicken nuggets, buffalo chicken dip, mac and cheese, chicken nuggets, buffalo chicken dip, cheeseburger, chicken minis, taco salad.
Terrific. Charlotte is going to give me and Joy a tour of what is going on over here on the platter.
All right, guys, welcome to our humble tailgate. We start off, we got everything you need, a little parfait. You want Panera? It's catered. You want Chick-fil-A? It's catered. You want lobster at 9 o'clock in the morning? Here it is, ready to go. Cheerleaders run on Dunkin'. Here we got the coffee, early morning games, noon as early as it gets. Gotta get our energy somewhere. And I think that might be it. So what is your favorite tailgate food? Well, when it's these more earlier games, definitely some breakfast sandwiches, pork roll, egg and cheese. Got some bacon, egg and cheese, right? You like that too? And then we keep things on the sweet side and get some donuts out there too. We are Penn State!
Welcome back to Weekday Update. I'm Olivia Swigart.
And I'm Rhett Pomeroy.
Last Saturday, college football experienced 5 ranked teamed upsets. These losses included Alabama losing to Vanderbilt, Michigan losing to Washington, and Tennessee losing to Arkansas. But the only thing I find upsetting about this news is why we didn't follow Vanderbilt's idea for our goalpost. But put it in the Pollock Testing Center, of course. I think it takes some stress away from exam day, don't you think?
Yes, I agree. Happy birthday, former President Jimmy Carter. He achieved a fantastic feat last week in becoming the 3rd president, right behind Trump and Biden, to reach 100 years old. Seriously, though, what an amazing achievement. I'm so glad this man has lived such a long and fulfilled life. Unfortunately, he is no longer allowed to play with Legos, as that age is strictly reserved to those between 4 and 99 years old.
Poor Jimmy Carter. The Netflix show Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, has taken the world by storm. In the series, it's based off a true story of the brothers who were murdered by their parents, Kitty and Jose Menendez. The show features actors portraying the real-life killers, and I've got to say, in my opinion, the Menendez brothers should be freed. I mean, the only crime that they're guilty of is stealing the hearts of teenage girls who apparently think being a murderer isn't a red flag.
I agree. They are super hot. I mean, dangerous. We can't be stopped now because it's bad boy for life. Well, folks, he has been stopped now, and I guess he is technically right in that he is a bad boy for life in prison. So how does this affect his future involvement in the music industry? Well, if you are still a fan of his, don't worry. He's still thinking about bars, just not lyrical ones. It's more the ones that are separating him from any nearby school zone.
The new Joker 2 movie is getting absolutely terrible reviews. Apparently it's so bad, it's like watching 2 hours of a guy in clown makeup spiraling out of control. And honestly, I've dated clowns in the past before, so I know the feeling, but the only difference is, at least with them, I didn't have to pay $15 to watch them melt down.
So this weekend, I'm heading home, which is super exciting. Honestly, I can't wait to see my mom. Lately, we've been bonding over some quality time in her room, watching quality shows like The Real Housewives, The Bachelorette, or more recently, The Kardashians. As much as I miss watching The Kardashians with my mom all the time, don't worry. Locally at the Den, we've still got plenty of fake plastic at our disposal. I walked past the Den last night, and the last time I saw such a huge crowd of guys was at last year's Comic-Con. Speaking of last year's Comic-Con, I heard at last year's event, they unveiled the location for Sausage Party 2. It's at the Den. That's all the time we've got at the desk for tonight, folks. I'm Rhett Pomeroy.
And I'm Olivia Swigart.
Have a good night.
Penn State.
Hey guys, it's Maxon here taking you live behind the scenes for our monthly secret apartment poker. Who's feeling lucky tonight? Oh my god! It's my best friend Canyon! Are we gonna win tonight? Oh my god, guys, look! It's Bryce Jordan Tower. That's too long. I'm just gonna call you BJT for short.
Wait, that's like shit. Wait, do you know what else you can spell with BJT?
What?
Beer, juice, and tequila.
Okay, guys. Anyways, oh, look, Rise is about to deal the cards.
Put the phone away. This is supposed to be a secret.
But I have to show everyone I live a cooler life than them.
God, I hate influencers.
You're so funny, Rise.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming. Look, I want a fair game, okay? Bryce, that means no cheating, okay? Is that clear? These are $5. These are $15. Buy-in is at $50, and ante starts at $5.
Wait, so like, what if we like don't have $50?
You don't have $50?
How much do you have?
Like 20.
And people make fun of me?
Yeah, that'll do.
What is that?
Wouldn't you like to know? Dude, chill. It's like Coca-Cola.
Hey, where's the standard?
Lock your doors next time.
Beats me. I'll take that as a fold. I'll call.
Ugh, can I get new cards? These ones are awful.
So are you folding?
Hey, Canyon, want to trade?
Did you even look at the rules?
I'll get you to fold eventually.
Just look up the rules on your phone. Put it to good use for once.
Sorry about that. I'll call.
Oh, we just called you as folding.
What? Bro, that's like so unfair, bro.
You left the room.
Hey, I like had to run out, bro. I was like not feeling good at all, bro.
It was probably that Coca-Cola.
Wait, Coca-Cola can make you sick?
Why can't you be more like your brother, Bryce Jordan Center? He's successful. Here you are. You can't even buy in.
Shut up, bro. I'll like win the next hand.
I'll raise 5.
I'll match.
So I see your 5. So I raised 10.
I'll match and call.
Well, I've got such bad cards that I'll raise 15.
That's not how bluffing works.
Bluffing? Who said anything about bluffing? What's bluffing?
Yeah, honey, that's not a bluff.
Is this the apartment secret poker game? I saw it on Maxon's Live.
Oh, a fan? Oh my god, it's so nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Olive. I'm a new apartment around here. How do I join?
Let me see your ID. No. This isn't going to cut it. Look at the sign. No apartments under 2 years old allowed.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just go to the den then.
Nice.
So I win?
No, Canyon didn't fold.
Oh, I thought she did.
I'll go all in.
Okay, I'll match. And I raise you my living situation.
You've got a deal.
Ha! Straight flush. I win.
Not so fast.
What do you mean?
Royal flush. Now give me your keys.
What? No, I win. I have a good hand.
Sorry, kid, but you lost. I don't want to hear you complaining no more.
In poker, you wouldn't spend your money going all in when you don't know the other person's hand. So why should you when looking for an apartment? Apartments.com will show you all prices for apartments, along with letting you know what's in them. Apartments.com, a place to find a place.
That's a wrap for tonight. On behalf of all of our crew and talent, we thank you so much for joining us this evening for this week's episode of Nittany Talk. We will see you all again next week. Good night, Penn State!